Title: Perfidious Allies. The night sky over the Vision Network's central portal was unusually dark. The stars hidden behind thick, rolling clouds. Deep within the heart of the portal's operations, tensions simmered. An upcoming trade alliance with the Manta Network promised prosperity for both. But not everyone had the network's best interests at heart. Naomi, a senior strategist for the Vision Network, stood near the portal's edge, her eyes scanning the distant landscape. She had been with the network for years, guiding negotiations and forging powerful alliances. But this new trade deal felt off. Something about the speed at which the agreement had come together, the eagerness of the other side, it all seemed too perfect. She turned as she heard the soft footsteps of an approaching being. It was Laris, one of the lead negotiators. His face smooth and calm as always. But Naomi had learned to see beyond that surface. And tonight, there was a glint in his eyes that didn't sit well with her. "Good evening," Laris said, his voice as silky as ever. "Are you ready for tomorrow's signing? It will be a monumental day for both networks." Naomi smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "Of course, Laris. But I've been thinking. Something about this deal doesn't feel right." Laris raised an eyebrow, feigning surprise. "Oh? We've worked hard for this. What concerns you?" Quote, Naomi's instincts had rarely failed her. And tonight they were screaming. She had noticed small discrepancies in the documents. Odd behaviors from certain beings. Whispers of dissent in the corners of the Vision Network. She had begun to suspect that not all of her allies were truly on her side. "I've been hearing rumors," Naomi said cautiously. "There are those who say that the Manta Network has been negotiating elsewhere, that they might be making promises they don't intend to keep." Laris chuckled softly, waving a hand dismissively. "Ah, rumors. In our line of work, we hear so many. But rest assured, Naomi, the Manta Network is fully committed to this alliance." Naomi studied him for a moment longer, feeling a deep unease. Laris had always been an ally. But now, she wasn't sure. There was something behind his words. Something hidden. A perfidious intent lurking beneath the surface. Later that night, unable to shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong, Naomi took matters into her own hands. She slipped into the archives of the Vision Network, poring over the trade documents Laris had prepared. As she reviewed the details, she spotted it. Small, subtle changes in the terms of the agreement, buried deep in the legal language. Changes that would give the Manta Network control over key portals, allowing them to siphon resources without the Vision Network even noticing. Her heart raced. Laris had betrayed them. The alliance was a ruse. A way to weaken their position and strengthen the Manta Network's influence. Naomi clenched her fists. She had to act quickly. The next morning, Laris arrived at the signing ceremony, his face a picture of calm confidence. But Naomi was ready. As the formalities began and the documents were presented, she stood, her voice cutting through the air like a blade. "There will be no signing today," she announced, her eyes fixed on Laris. The room fell silent, all eyes turning to her. Laris's smile faltered. "What are you talking about, Naomi? This deal has been." Quote, "This deal," Naomi interrupted, "was built on lies." She held up the documents. The incriminating clauses marked in bold. "You've been working with the Manta Network to undermine us, Laris. This alliance would have destroyed the Vision Network." Laris's face darkened, and for a brief moment, his true intentions shone through. He didn't bother to deny it. "Very clever, Naomi," he said, his voice low and cold. "But you've only delayed the inevitable. The Manta Network's power is growing. And soon enough, your precious Vision Network will fall." Naomi didn't flinch. "Not if I have anything to say about it." As the room erupted into chaos, Naomi knew the battle was far from over. But for now, she had exposed the perfidious plot that had threatened her people. Laris and his allies had underestimated her, and that would be their downfall. The Vision Network would not fall. Not today.